Hello students, today we start new topic highway payment. Students, in this units, number one, we study about the various type of payment and their design, and also we see about the construction material used for the payment. So let's we start with the overview part of payment. Friends, as you know, highway payment is a structure consisting of superimposed layer of proceed material above the natural soil surface. That is the payment. You can say highway payment, right? Whose primary function is to distribute the applied vehicle load to the subgrade, and this layer should be acceptable riding quality, adequate skid resistance, favorable light reflecting characteristics, and low noise pollution. So that quality will be in a superimposed layer, right? So we make a user friendly for the vehicles. This ultimate aim to ensure that the transmitted stress due to wheel load are sufficiently reduced so that they will not exceed bearing capacity of subgrade. Two type of payments are generally recognized as serving the purpose, namely first is flexible payment and second is the rigid payment. Students, if we not design properly that type of payment, these payments there, so we are consider various type of failure in a payments. So that's why to avoid the different type of failure, we design the proper way. So given a proper thickness also we given the proper drainage and also different criteria which uses in drawing designs, right? So let's we see the requirement of payment. Students, for requirement of payment, first we see the sufficient thickness will be given to the payment. So that's why we by this thickness we easily we load transfer to the below payments. You can say below subgrade layer, right? Structurally strong to withstand all type of stresses imposed upon it. So that layer will be structurally strong. So there will be all type of stress where is transferred to the low, and adequate coefficient of friction to prevent skid of vehicles. Also given the smooth surface to provide comfort to road user even at high speed. देखिए स्टूडेंट्स, यहाँ पे हमारे पास डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ चैलेंजेस होते हैं एट द टाइम ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्शन. Here we see also the smoothness of surface, also see the skid resistance. If we given a more smoothness, so uh, the skid resistance is reduced, and if we given more skid resistance, the smoothness of the road is reduced. So we taking a different criteria at a different level and make a road, right? And produce least noise from the moving vehicles. Also we take care of the noise pollution, right? And also see take care of the dust proof surface so that traffic safely is not impaired by reducing visibility, right? And the impervious surface, so that also we given as above surface is impervious so that subgrade soil is well protected and long design life with low maintenance cost. So that is the requirement of the payments. So here we see the thickness of payments structurally strong. That will be structurally strong, and also given a sufficient coefficient of skid resistance. Also given a smoothness of the road. And also give the least noise pollution, and also that will be free from the dust. Also that will be the impervious. Uh, the layer top layer will be impervious. That's why we protect the lower subgrade layer. Now we see the types of payment. Students, as above, I told you the payments is two types. So here we see the types of payment. The payment can be classified based on the structural performance in two parts. First is flexible payments and second is rigid payment. In flexible payment, wheel load are transferred by grain to grain contact of aggregate through the granular structures. The flexible payment having less flexible strength act like a flexible sheet. Example bituminous road. तो स्टूडेंट्स जो आपका फ्लेक्सिबल पेमेंट होती है उसमें जो स्ट्रक्चरली फंक्शन होता है दैट विल बी द लोड ट्रांसफर to below payment by grain to grain contact with grain to grain, right? In a rigid payment, wheel load are transferred to subgrade soil by flexible strength of payment and the payment act like a rigid plate. Example cement concrete road होता है ये, ठीक है? In a additional to the composite payment are also available. A thin layer of flexible payment over rigid payment is an ideally payment with most desirable characteristics. However, such payments are rarely used in new construction because of high cost and complex analysis required. So students, यहाँ पे हमने two types of payments study की. First is the flexible payment, second is the rigid payment. Student flexible payment का example देखे तो that is the bituminous type of road and the rigid payment हमारा क्या concrete type of road. Flexible payment work structurally work to load only load that will be transferred to below payment by grain to grain. In case of the rigid payment, the load transferred by the layer to layer. You can say slab action, right? So that's why that is a working as a rigid plate. So flexibility in this payment is more as compared to the flexible payment, right? Now we see the about the flexible payment in details. Flexible payment will transmit will load stress due to the lower layer by grain to grain transfer through the points of contact in granular structure. You can see here in this sketch, this is the wheel and this is the payment. Here the load is transferred to the grain, this grain to this grain and this grain to this grain, and this grain load is transferred to this grain and this grain. Right, you can see here this load transfer such a way in case of flexible payment. So here we see the deflection on flexible payment. Students, as we know, the payment flexible payment is the combination of the different type of layers. So in using in a road, so each layer have a function to distribute the stress. So here if we see the about the flexible payment, here see various type of layers is constructed. So in this layer, in this flexible payment, the layer system is working on working as a layer system is working means the load transfer layer to layer will be reducing. You can say the load of wheel load with the depth is decreasing order. If we see by the example, the top layer of the payment is having the maximum load and below that having a less load and below that having a less load, right? So if we going to downward, the load of the wheel is decreasing. So that the above layer of the payment is providing with the good material and good strength to carrying the maximum load. So maximum failure occurs in a top payment. So design of the top payment will be designed carefully with the limited criteria or designing criteria, right? So students, here we see if the subgrade failure occurs, so that is a reflect directly to the top of layer, right? In case of flexible payment, if we some deflection, if you can say undulation occurs in a subgrade, so that is directly reflect to the top surface. So that is the deflection part of the flexible payments. Type of flexible payment. The following type of construction have been used in flexible payment: conventional layer flexible payment, full depth asphalt, full depth asphalt payment, contained ropes asphalt mat, right? Here we see one by one all. First is conventional flexible pavement or layer system with high quality expensive material are placed in top where the stress are high, and low quality cheap material are placed in lower layer. Okay, and if we see the full depth asphalt pavement are constructed by placing bituminous layer directly on the soil subgrade. This is more stable when there is high traffic and local material are not available. जी बिल्कुल, यहाँ पे हम डायरेक्टली जो भी बिटुमिन लेयर है, जो एस्फाल्ट पेमेंट है, वो हमने एस्फाल्ट मटेरियल्स है with aggregates, we are directly put on the subgrade for yes, for full depth of the pavement. We use the asphalt, right? Contained rock asphaltment are constructed by placing dense open graded aggregate layer in between two asphalt layers. Modified dense graded asphalt concrete is placed above the subgrade will significantly reduce the vertical compressive strain on soil subgrade and protect from surface water. Right. Now we see the typical layer of flexible pavement. Here we see the different type of layer using to construction of flexible pavement. So here we see the first is the with the starting with the subgrade, natural subgrade, and then after compacted subgrade, sub base course, prime coat, binder course, stack coat, surface course, and seal coat. At last, top is the finish with the seal coat, right? So we starting with the seal coat. You can see here in this sketch, this is the layer of flexible pavement. That will be the compacted subgrade, here below that natural subgrade, and compacted subgrade, sub base course, binder course, surface course, right? In between base course and binder course we use the prime coat, and in between surface course, binder course we use the tack coat, and above top is the is with the seal coat, right? Here we given a different thickness for the various type of layer. So start with the seal coat. Seal coat is the thin surface treatment used to waterproof the surface and to provide skid resistance, right? Student, जैसे कि मैंने बताया कि that is the top surface, so that will be used using for the skid resistance, कि हमें skid resistance कितना देना है उतना। एक्चुअली में स्टूडेंट्स ये इसकी जो थिकनेस होती है वो बिल्कुल हम एक सोलवेंट जो आपका बिटुमिन्स होता है उसको बिल्कुल लिक्विड फॉर्म में यूज करते हैं और वो आप स्प्रे करते हैं सरफेस कोर्स पे, राइट? इससे वाटर प्रूफिंग हो जाती है, जो वर्ड्स है वो आपका ब्लॉक हो जाते हैं जो आपके एग्रीगेट्स में बचे हैं सरफेस पे, और आपका जो स्किड रेजिस्टेंस है वो भी हमारा इम्प्रूव होता है, ठीक है? तो ये चीजें हैं। Then after we see the tack coat. Tack coat is a very light application of asphalt, usually asphalt emulsion diluted with water. It provides proper bonding between two layers of binder course and must be thin. Uniformly cover the entire surface and set very fast. You can see here this tack coat is using between two surface course and binder course. So that also be using between bond between two layers, right? As a bond between two layers also a right, students? So also that is also improve the water penetration, prevent the water penetration to below layer, or also provide the bond between surface course and binder course. Next we see the prime coat. Prime coat is an application of low viscous cutback bitumen to an absorbent surface like granular basis on which binder layer is placed. It provides bonding between two layers, unlike tack coat. Prime coat penetrates into the layer below, plug the voids, and form a watertight surface. देखिए इनका एक तरह से टोटली सेम रोल है, आपका ये क्या देखोगे, ये दैट लेयर प्राइम कोड इज प्रोवाइड बिटवीन बाइंडर कोर्स एंड बेस कोर्स में बॉन्डिंग प्रोवाइड करती है, और टैग कोड बॉन्डिंग प्रोवाइड करती है सरफेस और बाइंडर कोर्स के बीच में, राइट। और जो आपका अदर पर्पज क्या है कि हमारा वाटर पेनिट्रेट ना करे बिलो लेयर, सो दैट इज आल्सो बी चोक बाय दिस टैग कोड, एंड प्राइम कोड आल्सो बी water provide the watertight structures to below layers. Okay, now we see the surface course. Surface course is the layer directly in contact with the traffic load and generally contains superior quality materials. They are usually constructed with dense graded asphalt concrete. The function and requirement of this layer are: it provides characteristics such as friction, smoothness, drainage, etc. Also, it will be prevent the interference of excessive quantities of surface water into the underlying base, subbase, subgrade. It must be tough to resist the distortion under traffic and provide smooth and skid resistant riding surface. It must be waterproof to protect the entire base subgrade from weakening effect of water. देखिए स्टूडेंट्स, दिस इज द लेयर, दैट इज द सरफेस लेयर, सरफेस कोर्स। तो इस पे हमारा जो डायरेक्टली व्हील लोड रहेगा, देखिए सील कोट है, ये आपकी थिन, काफी थिन होती है, इसकी कोई लेयर नहीं होती, ये काफी मतलब थिन होती है, आपके 1 mm इतना यूज करते हैं। एक स्प्रे होता है, वो लिक्विड का स्प्रे होते हैं, तो ये जनरली लेयर में कंसिडर नहीं की जाती है। एक तो एक कोट है, ये वैसे फाइन कोट है, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे जो सरफेस कोर्स पे डायरेक्टली आपका व्हील लोड आएगा, तो व्हील लोड डायरेक्टली आएगा, तो हमें पता है कि मैक्सिमम स्ट्रेस हमारी सरफेस कोर्स पे रहनी है। तो उसके लिए हमें क्या करना है कि इसको अच्छी तरह से डिजाइन करे, और जो क्वालिटी ऑफ मटेरियल है वो अच्छा प्रोवाइड करे, और जो इसकी थिकनेस है एज पर जो स्टैंडर्ड जो भी लोड आएगा, जितना लोड आएगा उसके अकॉर्डिंग इसको डिजाइन करे। तो मेन जो रोल है दैट इज द सरफेस कोर्स रोल। और ये आपकी वाटर प्रूफिंग भी होनी चाहिए, ताकि हमारे नीचे वाली जो लेयर है वो सेफ रहे, पानी पेनिट्रेट ना करे। सो दैट्स all criteria will be follow to design the surface course. Now we see the binder course. This layer provides the bulk of the asphalt concrete structures. Its chief purpose is to distribute load to the base course. The binder course generally consists of aggregates having less asphalt, does not require quality as high as the surface course. So replacing a part of the surface course by the binder course result in more economical designs, right? Now we see the base course. The base course is layer material immediately bends the surface of the binder course, and it provides additional load distribution and contributes to the subsurface drainage. It may be composed of crushed stone, crushed slag, and other untreated or stabilized materials. This is the base course. बेस कोर्स आपके जो ग्रेवल्स पार्ट भी हो सकते हैं इसमें, विद द सेंट्स वी यूज द बेस कोर्स, राइट। वी एंड फाइनल मटेरियल्स एंड द कोर्स मटेरियल बोथ combination, right, and that will be placed over the sub base course and below to the binder course. देखिए बाइंडर कोर्स आप सीधा एज ए सरफेस कोर्स भी यूज हो सकती है। तो आपका जो जैसे कि बताया अभी मैंने, बाइंडर कोर्स यदि आप डिजाइन कर रहे हो तो सरफेस कोर्स भी डिजाइन कर सकते हो, तो आपका रोड है वो इकोनॉमिकल पड़ेगा, राइट। और बेस कोर्स में यदि आप सीधा देखिए, कई चीज़ों में कि आप क्या देखोगे रोड्स में, हम इकोनॉमिकल्स के लिए सब बेस के ऊपर से ना डिजाइन करके सीधा बेस डिजाइन कर देते हैं। तो दैट विल बी डिपेंड ऑन द वेरियस टाइप ऑफ लोड कंडीशंस। Here we see the various layers which will be maximum used. So here we see the sub-base course. The sub-base course is layer of material band. The base course and the primary function to provide structural support, improve drainage, and reduce the intrusions of fine from subgrade in the pavement structure. If the बेस कोर्स इज ओपन ग्रेडेड, देन द सब बेस, ओपन ग्रेडेड का मतलब ये होता है स्टूडेंट्स, मतलब उनका जो साइज ऑफ डिफरेंट है दैट इज डिफरेंट, काफी ज्यादा है पार्टिकल्स के बीच का, दैट इज द ओपन ग्रेडेड। एंड देन द सब कोर्स Sub-base course with more fine can serve as a filler between two subgrade and the base course. A sub-base course is not always needed or used. For example, a payment constructed over a high-quality steep subgrade may not need the additional features offered by a sub-base course. In such situation, the sub-base course may not be provided. तो मैंने यहाँ पे बताया कि आपको सब बेस किस केस में यूज नहीं कर सकते हो, यदि यूज कर रहे हो तो एडिशनल फीचर प्रोवाइड करती है ताकि हमारा बेस कोर्स का जो फाइनल मटेरियल है वो आपका इंट्रूजन ना हो आपके सब ग्रेड में. So that's why we provide the sub base course between to the subgrade and base course के बीच में हम सब बेस कोर्स प्रोवाइड करते हैं. एंड एट लास्ट वी सी सबग्रेड. देखिए सबग्रेड हमारा एक सोइल होती है, मिट्टी होती है, हमारी मिट्टी के ऊपर हमारा सब बेस कोर्स कंस्ट्रक्शन करते हैं. तो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट है सबग्रेड के लिए जो कॉम्पैक्शन क्राइटेरिया दैट विल बी द टेक अप टू द लेवल. हियर वी सी द compaction will be done for the subgrade up to the optimum moisture content, right, and desired dry density. The up to that level we compact the subgrade soil. तो बस स्टूडेंट्स इसमें आपको सबग्रेड में ये देखना है जो रिकमेंडेड है उसके अकॉर्डिंग हमें स्लोप देना है और उसको प्रॉपर कॉम्पैक्ट करना है. तो कॉम्पैक्शन आपको ऑप्टिमम मॉइस्चर कंटेंट तक ले जाना है. ऑप्टिमम मॉइस्चर कंटेंट तक गया तो आपको मैक्सिमम ड्राई डेंसिटी मिलेगी और कॉम्पैक्शन मिलेगा. सो दैट इज द कॉम्पैक्शन क्राइटेरिया फॉर द सबग्रेड soil or you can say layer. So here we see the different type of the layer of the flexible payment. Now we see the failure of the flexible payment. स्टूडेंट्स फेलियर्स में ऑलरेडी आपको पढ़ा चुका हूँ पेमेंट फेलियर के. तो अभी मैं एक बार फिर से आपको रिव्यू करा देता हूँ इस टॉपिक के बारे में. डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ फेलियर इन फ्लेक्सिबल पेमेंट्स occurs due to the poor designing. Here we see the different type of defects such like a fatigue cracking, rotting and the thermal cracking. So if we see the fatigue cracking of flexible pavement is due to horizontal tensile strain at the bottom of the asphaltic concrete. If we see the routing is occurs on the way of the wheel load. So the small depression is occurs in the path of wheel load. So the routing is removable by the using the proper design or using the proper thickness of the pavement. That is a tolerable amount, that is a 12 mm normally. If we allow the routing, so that will be the 12 mm normally, right. Thermal cracking is including both low temperature cracking and thermal fatigue cracking, right. That is the temperature base on that is the difference in temperature below layer and above layer. So thermal cracking is occurs. तो स्टूडेंट्स ये हमारा कुछ पार्ट था पेमेंट्स का. हमने यहाँ पे देखा टाइप ऑफ पेमेंट्स जो कि हमारी रिजिड पेमेंट और फ्लेक्सिबल पेमेंट्स है. और वी सी द वेरियस कंपोनेंट ऑफ द फ्लेक्सिबल पेमेंट्स एंड आल्सो सी द फेलियर ऑफ फ्लेक्सिबल पेमेंट्स. स्टूडेंट्स ये हमारा कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट थे. In next lecture we see the about the rigid payment, then after we design the flexible payment, which method used to design the flexible payment for various thickness. So till there students, take care, thank you.